controversy surrounding Logan Paul and his crypto NFT project that he dubbed as CryptoZoo. Back in 2021, NFTs and crypto coins were the latest fad investments.
That's a
and
fuck.
everyone wanted to get in on the action, spending their stimmy packages on something that resembles 5 minutes in Microsoft Paint. You had idiots buying PDFs of digital monkeys for the price of a very nice mobile home.
That's crazy. Why though? I never even understood why. I never got into that, but I wonder why.
My man just got a Bored Ape. Can you believe it?
I just couldn't sit on this. I couldn't sit on the
For like $700K, you just got a Bored Ape.
Back then, you had everyone from celebrities to digital snake oil salesmen trying to convince you
I know that
the
nigga.
next big thing in exclusive assets.
Every person, if you listen to this fucking remarkable pop culture, current state of society show, and you've not yet bought an NFT, you're doing a big disservice to yourself.
In the end, most of these quote-unquote investors would either end up with egg on their face, losing all their money, and in some cases just straight up go blind due to their allegiance to the NFT. Yes, I'm serious. And obviously with Logan being a tunnel vision, ego-driven maniac, all their money, and in some cases just straight up go blind due to their allegiance to the NFT. Yes, I'm
Bored Ape NFT event leads to at least 15 attendees reporting severe What the fuck? What the fuck?
serious. And obviously with Logan being a tunnel vision, ego-driven maniac, he wanted to break the matrix and blend cryptocurrencies with NFTs. And so that's how we got CryptoZoo, which was advertised as a game where players could buy, sell, trade, and even hatch their investments.
We handmade art for the past 6 months, bro. Approval, very specific notes, 10 different artists, a development team that has to be wizards because you're dealing with blockchain, people's money, transactions.
Because who doesn't want to spend thousands of dollars on a poorly photoshopped image of a chicken mixed with a pug? How about a penguin mixed with a shark? Okay, how about a panda mixed with a cat?
To combine
that looks
over
pretty
500 fucking animals, you know how much time that takes?
Yeah, the idea was half-baked garbage. Like, I don't want to see this hung up in your digital room or whatever their plan was. Either way, with Logan being one of the most successful influencers ever, and him having an audience of millions, it's not hard to see how quite a few people got suckered in.
I think that's the most important thing we're doing. Kids are going to care about the blockchain because of my project. Imagine your first experience on the blockchain is with crypto.
They allegedly raised
I don't know why I
millions
keep
of
hearing him
dollars
say
by
like
selling these
blockchain.
NFTs and crypto coins,
I don't know why I'm
but
hearing
in
that.
the end, the game was largely unplayable, and many investors were left not only disappointed, but also in the dark with no updates.
Not a B-roll.
So I acquired a bunch of eggs, and I actually want to play the game. I didn't acquire the eggs with the intent of keeping them. I actually wanted to hatch them and see what I got out of them and play in this ecosystem that's been advertised or whatever, right? And then I can't do anything. It's not showing up on the website when I connect my wallet, etc., etc.
To be clear,
Damn.
it appears that Logan
Niggas can't even have fun and play it.
Project and likely lost a lot of money on the venture in both creating and fixing it. But still, it's a horrendous look when he was the face of the project who put the entire team together, and then he just went really
What is this
while some of
picture?
the individuals on the back end took their share of the bounty. To add even more insult to injury, Logan would launch a newer, shinier NFT project called 99 Originals, which I really feel only added more fuel to the CryptoZoo investors' growing anger.
Actual art.
I can't stop thinking. It's the only thing I care about.
Each picture is an NFT.
It all ties to my entire life.
This is where Coffeezilla comes in with his expose series.
His background
Today,
is
we're
fire
investigating
too.
Logan Paul's Cryptos, a blockchain game that made millions but never worked.
Where he claims that he got to the bottom of this scam and more or less forced Logan's hand in making him apologize and attempt to make right on his previous promises, at least after posting a horrible response video where he tried to tear down Coffee's character entirely.
So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. Coffeezilla, I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimiest. We're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
And a couple of days later, after receiving massive backlash, he would take this all back in fear of further damaging his reputation, as the court of public opinion had already ruled him to be in the wrong.
Coffeezilla is not a criminal. I called him. I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire. The fact is, the suing Coffeezilla is not going to help CryptoZoo holders, so I do need to focus my attention where it should be. Thank you, Coffeezilla. You have catalyzed this, and I am very grateful for your work and your investigation. And I mean that. Thank you, bro.
But over a year and a half later, Logan is now taking that message back.
Oh,
as
word?
He's now suing Coffeezilla and his production company for defamation. Plaintiff Logan Paul, a globally recognized entertainer, athlete,
know he had a
and
whole
entrepreneur,
company.
brings this defamation action against defendant Steven Feinderson, aka Coffeezilla, a self-described investigative journalist and quote-unquote internet detective with no actual journalism training or private investigator's license, to hold him accountable for maliciously and repeatedly publishing false statements accusing Paul of operating a scam in connection with a troubled blockchain project called CryptoZoo. So once again, Logan is looking to not only...
Wait, this was over a year and a half ago, too? Wait, so Logan no, this is 2021. Wait, so Logan apologized, though, like a year and a half ago. And then after he apologized, he took it back, and he's taking Coffeezilla now to court? Why, though? Well, I guess he's gonna explain. Who is in Logan's ear that's telling him, like, yo, bro, this is what you need to do, this is how it's gonna get done, it's gonna work in your favor, don't worry, we're gonna sue this guy, we're gonna get money back, or we're gonna make this guy look like he's an asshole, or he's looking like a jerk, and this, that, and the third, like, I don't know, it's gonna discredit him, and this, that, like, I don't know. Whoever's in his ear telling him these things needs to get packed up for real. They need to be the ones that get sued, to be honest. If anybody's getting sued, it needs to be them.
only discredit this man, but also run his pockets. Starting when he released a 3-part YouTube series on CryptoZoo in December 2022, and continuing into the present, Coffee has perpetuated a false narrative that Paul scammed and defrauded his own fans in connection with the project.
And did Logan ever, like, give a I don't know, cause I'm pretty sure he gave out statements about the situation, but did Logan ever kind of clarify and clarify the situation and hold on, my bad. And did he ever give back some people's money? Like, I know he probably couldn't give everybody, maybe you could give everybody their money back, but if you can't give everybody their money back, did at least some people get some of the money returned back into their account? Like, what? And another thing too, has nobody sued Logan for this? He's had to gotten sued a few times
Coffee has
for that fake
perpetuated this false
crypto
narrative,
scam.
despite knowing it to be completely and utterly false, in order to enhance his own profile and increase his viewership and income in the process. And indeed, he has done so despite being in possession of, and purposely omitting from his series and related statements, overwhelming objective evidence that Paul had, in reality, been enthusiastic about the project and deeply committed to its success, only to be deceived by several of the project's trusted advisors who turned out to be con men. To me, that all means that he's essentially now blaming Coffee for basically exposing the secret that this project seemed like a dead duck. And according to his video, people who were actually invested also agreed.
All he had to do was go on and tell us, look, there's something going on with this project, I'm abandoning it, or whatever, before people got more and more trapped. When it came to actually doing anything, he just hid away from it.
Basically, the lawsuit goes on to paint Logan as the victim of the people he chose to man this project. Even kind of admitting that Logan knew little to nothing about the intricacies of the blockchain and what it takes to make a venture like this successful. Regrettably, despite rightfully exposing the wrongdoings of Ibanez and Greenbaum in his YouTube series, defendant Coffee understood that accusing a celebrity like Paul of perpetuating a scam would generate exponentially more clicks, views, and ultimately revenue, and would increase his own profile. Coffee therefore titled his series investigating Logan Paul's biggest scam, and he proceeded to confidently tell his viewers not only that the project was a scam, but that it was a scam conceived of and perpetuated by Paul. The three-part series was viewed tens of millions of times.
Damn.
Each of the videos remain among Coffee's most popular of all time, and the viewers and the public at large were captivated by the narrative of an unserious social media influencer who has supposedly used his fame to dupe his fans into investing money into a fake crypto project while always intending to abscond with the money. It's just hard for me to feel absolutely any sympathy for this man Logan at all. I think he dug a hole and got mad when people saw what he was trying to stash in there. Like it's Coffee's fault that he apparently made some key mistakes in his own operation. The suit then goes on to explain Logan's buyback program, where he says he gave back over $1 million to investors. That was apparently completed in March of this year. Paul naively believed that his commitment to the buyback program would help him find common ground with Coffee in that regard. But Paul misjudged Coffee's motives, even.
And also though, like, $1 million, there's no telling how much money people altogether invested, like, into his crypto. You could at least gave like a few million. Like, I'd say like around, just to be safe, probably like between 10 to like 20 million. Between that, you know, it's not my money, so I guess you do what you want to do with it. But I feel like if you actually were trying to get into some people's good graces and have some people like still fight for you in that instance when it came to the crypto, that you at least kind of donate that much money back to the people who invested that much into the crypto. Well, not that specifically that much, but invested some lump sum amount of money into the crypto zoo shit.
And after Paul announced the buyback, Coffee simply could not help himself from dipping back into the well that had proven so effective in earning him viewers, attention, and revenue, both from his YouTube earnings, as well as an associated Patreon account that he used to solicit donations from subscribers.
Nah, whoever edited that is tough, with that robot and all that.
Coffee began publishing additional YouTube videos, which he also teased and hyped on Twitter, in which he again repeatedly claimed to the public the false allegation that CryptoZoo was a scam and a fraud conceived and perpetuated by Paul. So basically, Logan is now suing Steven because he called him out for abandoning a project that he promoted relentlessly. To be honest, I don't really understand his motivation here, as to me the situation had really died down by now, and he had went on with essentially this $1 million slap on the wrist, while still maintaining his status as one of the most popular entertainers, WWE stars, and he's still the face of the $1 billion drink Prime. I feel like absolutely no one was bringing this up anymore ever since the year began. Like, even with Coffee dropping more videos on the situation, people had long decided how they felt about this. Yes, he took quite the paddling from the internet at Coffee's hands.
Yeah, he's just bringing like
opinion,
attention
totally
back to
deserved it and got off pretty easy here. So to bring this issue back to light, especially over a rather minuscule amount of money to him, is just beyond petty, as he continues to make himself look like a douche. To me, he should either just move on or respond directly if you feel like you're that much in the right to these new videos if he really wants to damage Steven's reputation. The court filing goes through each video step by step, and the largest evidence to support their defamation claim seems to be the title Coffeezilla used in his three-part series. But they even admit right here that Coffee presented the conclusion that these other bad people on Logan's team were more to blame for his project's failure than Logan himself. Those messages make abundantly clear that Paul had nothing whatsoever to do with Greenbaum's illicit dealing and manipulation of the Zoo token, and to the contrary was outraged by it. Only then did Coffee reveal the full context of the text message he teased at the end of part 1, in which an unidentified individual accuses Paul of stealing $40 million in tokens and calling him a scam artist.
Logan, you stole 40 million in tokens from me. You are a scam artist. You are a liar, and you betrayed your own community.
Who? If you're making, no bullshit, if you're making that much money though, why not put it into like different investments? And for all of that, just wait and see if Logan's if his crypto zoo like pans out. Let a lot of other people beta test it, and then after a few months and you see like, a good amount of people like checking it off, checking the boxes, and saying like, okay, it's good, it's handling XYZ well, it's giving people that are making at least decent investments, making good investments, is giving them back some money for the investment, all that stuff. Oh my God, some people's stocks are going up, some people's crypto and other aspects are getting greater because CryptoZoo is helping them out and all that stuff. Why just I don't even believe that, low key. High key. I don't even believe that. Cause if you making enough money to invest 40 mil in a new CryptoZoo thing, cryptocurrency just because of Logan, nah.
You aren't that guy. Logan replies, oh, trust me, bro. I am that guy.
The unidentified individual is revealed to be Greenbaum, who was the big scammer in the situation if you guys aren't like following along. And the context of the exchange is Greenbaum's complaint about Paul's efforts to stop him from manipulating the market for tokens and enriching himself at the expense of other buyers. To me, it's almost like suing someone for the way they chose to pace their documentary, because they didn't jump right out and say, hey, he's the bad guy, not the guy you necessarily thought was behind it all. In other words, the full context of the exchange, which Coffee misleadingly presented to viewers as evidence of Paul's involvement in a scam, actually reveals the exact opposite to be true. Paul acknowledged that his investigation showed that unlike Greenbaum, neither Palm nor his manager, Jeff Levin, ever sold any of the Zoo tokens they acquired on Zoo Day, which even Coffee admitted was a huge surprise. Coffee acknowledged that this was perhaps the most important thing in terms of assigning guilt to those involved with CryptoZoo. So they kind of admit right there that Coffee pretty much said plain out that Logan was not the scammer, he wasn't guilty. Coffee also concluded that at the end of the day, the number one problem and the true boring reason for CryptoZoo's ultimate demise was Abania's failure to pay the game developers on time, despite Abania's also netting millions of dollars,
which is also Dayroom as well.
Zoo tokens. Coffee then asserted that
like, bro, that shit is so Dayroom too. Like, bro, give these people their money. If they put in the hard work, they doing what they supposed to be doing. They doing as you asked them and all that stuff. They setting up a whole new IP for you so that you can gain millions of dollars, like plus and all that stuff. Like, why can't you pay these people a decent wage? I don't understand that. And it was probably more of like a contract job, where you probably only paying them like maybe a few thousand for that job, unless you want to have them stick like on board with you for maybe the next few months, maybe years or whatever. But if it's just a regular contract job, I guess that might be even better for you. Well, that's even better for you. I think. Oh my god. It's better for you if the CryptoZoo start to take off, because just giving someone a one-time payment for them helping you out, like set up the whole IP, paying them one time and then getting them the fuck up out of it as you're making like your money and stacking up all that stuff. That's actually even better. But why couldn't you pay them their money, bro?
Less not innocent in all of this, because he was the face of CryptoZoo and ultimately failed to deliver a viable game. The suit then goes on to say that Logan was upset because he thought they had buried the hatchet after they had made a phone call, but once Coffee continued to call him out for the slow pace of his buyback promise,